Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom!
Well, hello there, humans of his earthlings, if you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it. So welcome back to the channel. I'm Bushka, and I'm going to talk to you today a bit about these games where combat spirals one into the other. And I'm talking about why that happens. Some of the things you can do to help give that a chance to make that happen. This is a game that I love a lot, Pubg Mobile. It's not the only mobile game I play. I like another game called Water Tank Splits. I got another YouTube channel that's got about 70,000 something subs on it. And that's in fact the channel that I use to quit my day job and turn professional, baby. God, where was I? Yeah. And basically that game is very tactical. It's all about reading the map, being aware of the map, knowing all the numbers, likely outcomes, the way people hit certain spots, all that kind of thing. And you can apply the same kind of theory to Pubg Mobile. Pubg Mobile is a lovely game in that it is very tactical. Some people play it in just a balls to the wall, if you ain't full sending, you're just pretending kind of way. And I love that for FPP. I don't love it so much for TPP. It just, you tend to get killed by people who aren't very good. And Pubg Mobile is definitely like, if this guy was on all chat, listen, you can hear the exasperation. I'll turn up the mic. You can hear the exasperation in his voice. Here it comes. It's like, again. Now, straight away, look at the map. This is why I really wanted to use this game. You'll see that it runs from the bottom left to the top right. And it kind of makes Picado a longish drop. And San Martin is probably the feature attraction on the map for a lot of people. But a lot of people don't like dropping somewhere that's kind of hot. This is the kind of flight path that goes right over the top of a lot of reasonable compounds. Power Grid, Monte Nuevo, this area here, the area overlooking San Martin. There's a lot of these areas that are strong compounds for a solo game. And this is particularly about solos. You'd have to adjust the way you're thinking for squads. And that's why I'm constantly running into gunfights here. It's one after another, after another, after another. Because where I dropped was right astride the flight path. And it was within close vicinity of a whole lot of compounds that people love hitting. Because what people want to do is have somewhere that's got some loot, but they're not going to get contested. And they then move out into the world and they can... Whereas I'm more of the opinion that you drop somewhere like Power Grid, hopefully get a few people, get some kills. Also, I don't know why lately, but I'm aiming like 3 feet above people's heads at times. And then I have to adjust down and hit the shot. It's really, really... See, like, look how far above that guy's head it is. Anyway, we doubled him up there. We went back to the place that he was camping from and did a big, wide hook. And that's why people are rotating in as the circle shrinks around this. And they are actually... You get this cascade of gunfights where the action and the boxes and the blown up cars and everything just draws another person into the game. That guy was actually being pretty clever there. It looks dumb, but he just moved up out of the trees. Before that, he was using the tree as kind of like a soft ammo and soft cover, so he could then, you know, shoot at me without worrying about getting hammered. This guy, I don't know what to tell you. He's tap firing, and he doesn't have a level 3 helmet. I'm worried about my level 2 helmet, and he's not using a bolt action, and he just keeps trying to. This is a bad shot for him. He's doing the right thing. He's moving a lot, and it's a long way away. That's got to be 250 meters, maybe even 300. But eventually, he's going to strafe into one of those headshots, which is exactly what ended up happening. And all the action happens in this map around this central area. We're just going from gunfight to gunfight to gunfight around the center of the circle. If you can figure out the likely fight path and then factor in the way people like to play the game, whether you're in squads or duos or solos, and then work around the compounds where you expect people to turn up, then you can have games like this where it's not a hard push. It's not like you're chasing kills. It's just a nice, easy 1, 2, 3, 4, one gunfight after another gunfight. PUBG Mobile is nothing if not predictable. That sounds kind of crazy, but you play 19 seasons. Play probably 19,000 games. I mean, that's not a crazy idea. And you will start to see patterns emerge and you start reacting to those patterns. And you also fall into the bad habit of being successful at something that was really, really successful, but you don't adjust or you don't adapt. Because of that, you actually end up being worse off for having been successful at something. Let me give you an example of that. I drop Pachinki in the same place every time. Pretty much still. I've started getting out of it the past couple of seasons. And the place I drop in Pachinki is always the squad house on the northeastern corner of Pachinki, just under the church area there. And it's not a very good place to drop. Killen will tell you, Ouija will tell you, but I keep dropping there because I used to drop there all the time before people could vault onto rooftops. And I used to be incredibly successful with it and have huge hot drop games in FPP, working from the one edge of Pachinki all the way through to the other edge of Pachinki. And that was my thinking. I'd work through the bad guys and I'd come out the other end of Pachinki like a mix master, having smashed everyone. It doesn't work that way anymore. People get on rooftops. And by the way, watch this guy. This is so weird. He doesn't hit my vest or my head once. And he takes nearly all my health. And I only kill him because I get headshots at the end. I checked his numbers and he's got massive headshot rate. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those weird things. But stuff like that, I always pay attention to. And I remember that happened on a live stream recently and the guy got banned immediately with his Uzi for just doing explosive limb damage, modifying the damage numbers. Anyway, I get distracted very easily. I don't know if you've noticed that. So these kind of that guy's dropped a BRDM, by the way. He is in a world of poop to have to drop a BRDM this late. But there you go. There's two guys here too. They must have already been having a gunfight, or one guy is camping at the top and holding the other guy out. And I think that guy was actually damaged already. Big worm. Then there's a guy running in over here. And this has all been between Power Grid and the other side of this valley is the furthest I've gone. It's like a stretch of 800 meters. And we've got 12 kills and all the action has been here. And this happens a lot, particularly on Erangel and Miramar, because it's much harder to do on the smaller maps. Vikendi was hard just because there were so many compounds. There's another bloke just I'm really struggling to aim here because of the bloke who's shooting at me over there. And if you get it right, you'll just have these games where it's very easy. There is, and I'm talking about not in terms of competition, because this is not super duper high level competition. This is platinum or something, or maybe diamond. I mean, I had to completely restart my ranking because I went to the North American server this season, obviously. So it reset my ranking, which was really annoying. But it's not about that. It's not about me as a player. It's about the tactical kind of thing that I'm talking through. And you will find that this is a very nice way of playing. And remember, when people start carrying on like pork chops about you're trash, bro, and, try harder, noob, and all that kind of thing, most of the player base is silver and below. Like, I'm not kidding you. Most of the accounts in the player base are silver and below. Now, they might not be the most dominant player part of the player base. They might not be the loudest part of the player base. They might just be casual gamers. But taking a step from that to being tactically minded and thinking about the way you play before you even get good at the actual motor skills of the game will make you a much better player. There's really two sections of the game. There's the game skills, like the fighting, the CQC combat, like this kind of stuff. And then there's the routes, the different rotations, the way you pick your fights, the terrain, the way you drop, like in this instance, all those kind of things contribute to making the player you are. It's not just whether you can spray an M416. And I know I harp on about that, but that seems to be what a lot of people treat as the most important thing in the game. Lol, bro, what's your 6x spray hit my DMs? This last little bit is a great example of that. You've been running around. We're about to run out of petrol. 9 alive, 14 kills. And look, you're just not going to get them all right now. The circle is now at the point, especially in a place like Miramar, when you're not in an urban area, where this is going to be mapcraft from here on in. Mapcraft, I mean my rotations and my positions towards the end of the final circle here. So we're looking at the kill feed and we're watching the minimap. There is someone firing up here slightly to my north. I'm listening. Okay, that's a full auto spray for the end of this. No one goes down, so he hasn't killed the guy. And there is no angle from that area there. Oh, he's moved, he's walked, he's gone in the middle. One guy's gone down to double SV, and I've got the guy with the grenade here. Now, that tells me that there's probably someone just off to my north, because the room that he was in there's not a lot of great angles. Like there's nowhere else you can really shoot apart from like directly east, northeast. Oh, there's footsteps very close, the other side of this compound. So he was definitely shooting at someone close by, and then there's someone fast. That's 2, me, that's 3. We're listening to the minimap. That guy's going to be firing at someone, so that's 4. That's another gun, that's 5. There's 6, 7. That's everyone. So I know where everyone is, right here. Just by listening to that whole exchange. There's a guy close, there's me, there's a guy far northeast, there's another guy far north, and a guy who killed with an M762 just to the left of him. So we're pretty close to having a full count on the map here. And I'm still in the circle. I'm happy being up here because the only place that someone could be to hit me is from the other concrete bunker over there to the northeast, and that's turning blue right now. And honestly, oh, hello. I'm firing above people. It's really, really odd. That wasn't above him. I mean, if you hear an AWM go whizzing by, don't stick your head out, for God's sakes. He didn't have a lot of good options there. He was in a really crappy place. There we go. There he is again. Our mate with the barrel. Me, the bloke close to me, my mate with the barrel, and the guy north. Now he's gone into the little area just in front of me here. No, he's out the other side of it. Unfortunate. That's a big spray. That's a full clip. And it's not at us. There's no sounds of ricochet. So those guys are in their own gunfight. We're in our own gunfight. It's like the finals and the semifinals. I'm trying to drop this on top of the wall there, but I miss it. And it bounces back in. So double SV takes a guy down. And we're just really working our way around here. That was great. Good work, Bushka. You're the best. Now, we're going to throw a smoke. It's not a real smoke. We've got no intention of going out that way. What we want to do is go left here and then hook down the hill. He started moving. There we go. There's our last bloke, double SV. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I was in the live chat with Killam, and I go, oh, he's heard the AWM. He's not going to poke again. He's not that stupid. Then I said, maybe he's that stupid. And he's not stupid. He's just probably a new player. Like I said, this isn't PMCO, and he does poke. Thanks very much for liking the videos. Thanks for subscribing. Look after yourselves. Stay safe on the battlefield. And until next time, bye for now. Subscribe, your grubs.